Welcome back to another feedback video. So we'll be giving some feedback to Habiba today. So let's get started. Before that, let me know where you're from and what your current bands for.
Hi, my name is Harshit and I'll be your mock examiner for the day and the candidate is Bristy. So let's get started. This test will be having three parts. I hope it is clear. So let's get started with part one. So could you please tell me your full name?
My full name is Ummeya Habiba Bristy. You can tell me Habiba.
You can tell me Habiba. It's better to say you can call me Habiba or you can address me as Habiba. And here, when the examiner asks you for your name, simply say your name, full name. Don't need to explain a lot. You don't need to mention what they can call it. If they feel like they want to call it something or they're kind of confused, they will ask you for sure. Right. So you don't need to be bothered about that. So simply mention your full name. Nothing else.
Okay, Habiba. Where are you from?
I'm from a small town named Sunarga, which is Narangon.
So when she says is, it's each. Okay. So the pronunciation of is, right? It's is. Cambridge Dictionary. Okay.
is, is,
So this is a proper pronunciation. So make sure you work on your pronunciation. It's
is,
is.
Is,
Okay, so this is the pronunciation of each.
district and is situated middle part of the Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you like your hometown?
Of course, because it's my birthplace, there are
So she said it's my birthplace. So it's actually birth, right? Birth.
birth, birth,
So work on your pronunciation
a lot
again.
of cherry Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you like your hometown?
Of course, because it's my birthplace, there are
Same. Birth. That birth. Birth. More like it's bar. Okay, so work on your pronunciation again. So
birth,
birth.
birth,
Okay, it's birth.
a lot of cherished memory here. So I think it can boost my energy also.
Mm-hmm.
Write out down as soon as possible, otherwise. Take it.
That's great. So do you work or study?
Currently, I am pursuing my MBA degree. That means Masters of Business Administrations. But I have planned to go abroad for my higher study.
So I'm not really sure if it is master. Normally with MBA will be like MBA, right? It's Master of Business Management. I mean Business Administration. So it's Master of Business Administration. So I'm not really sure if you say masters. If you know, let me know. But from my understanding, it's actually Master of Business Administration. If the other one is okay, I guess it will be fine. Uh, so I haven't seen master anywhere. This master of business administration.
Okay, that's amazing. All right. So let's talk about animals. Do you like animals?
Of course, some animals give me enjoyment, like birds. I like
So birds, we gotta work on the pronunciation. Birds. Um, it's bird.
bird, bird,
Okay, I hope the pronunciation is clear.
birds. Of course, cats. Because cat softness gives me more authentic. Uh,
Gives me more authentic. Here there is not a lot of clarity.
that's why.
Gives me more authentic what? What? So mention, be specific. It gives me the softness gives comfort, pleasure, something like that, or it soothes me, calms me down, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you have a pet?
I haven't, but
I have not. It's better to go with I don't have one. No, that's more clear.
I have planned to adopt.
I have planned to adopt, or maybe in the future I'll get one, otherwise you can say. I have a plan to adopt. Maybe in the future, I'll get a Persian cat. So try to give more detail if possible.
Okay. So, what's your favorite wild animal?
Mm, I I don't think so. Wild animal is good enough for me. That's why I haven't planned.
Good enough for me. Rather, you can go direct. In my opinion, you can say. Well, to be honest, I don't have any favorite wild animal. But if I have to pick one, it would be a tiger. Something like that. Okay. But she's saying it's not good enough for me over there. I'm not getting clarity. If you want to use good enough, you can say, well, I don't have any favorite wild animal because I don't feel like eating the wild animals. With 10, I feel like they're good enough for me, good enough for me to act as a pet, something like that. But here, I'm not getting clarity. So work on your clarity.
Or I haven't any favorite wild animals.
And what's the most famous
Any favorite wild animals? Animal. Okay, any, huh?
wild animal from your country?
Mm, Um, in my country, I think
In my country, yeah, you make that sound a lot. So try to over that.
Royal Bengal tigers is famous for.
So she's talking about the Royal Bengal tiger. Okay, so this is the one. You must have seen it at least in the pictures. So she's talking about this one.
That's it.
Can you tell me why it is so famous?
We have Sundarbans. Everyone
So she's actually talking about Sundarbans. I remember learning about it in school. Sundarbans. Okay. So and about the pronunciation, she's going like Sundarbans. Maybe over there you say one because in some languages in India and in the let's say Asian subcontinent, sometimes we say one once. Okay, one basically means it's forest. So maybe the pronunciation came like that. Otherwise, if you're taking this spelling at least in English, it will be Sundarbans. Otherwise, if she means like once, we I think that's fine, but I'm not pretty sure. So we'll need to check some history and language. So if you know about it, let me know. Comment down below. Okay.
know Sundarbans. That's why
So she's going with ones, not bands. That it's not coming.
a lot of animals we can found Sundarban area.
So see, she is using found a lot, but actually we can find. It will be we can find. It's not found. And Habiba already knows about it, but only after saying it, she realizes it's. Be more careful.
So there's the one reason the availability of Royal Bengal tigers.
Okay, that's great. All right. Now let's talk about the internet. Do you use the internet?
Oh, of course, because we are living in technological era. Without internet, we can't do any type of
Technological pronunciation is fine, but I think you can. So let's go.
Technological.
Technological.
Technological. Okay, better on the pronunciation.
tasks, any type of important job. So I think it's important for everyone.
Okay, so for what kind of purposes do you use the internet?
There are several types of purposes. I use internet first of all for my study. When I scroll several type of website which are related to our university, I can found several
Again, I can find. It will be I can find. She's in
type of uh, several type of information or data with this site. So I think it's a most important for me. On the other hand, when
Okay.
I
So the examiner will cut you in between and ask you the next question. That's perfectly normal. You don't need to go.
All right. Would you say that you are addicted to social media?
No, personally, I am not like social media.
Personally, I'm not like social media. My social media just are new. That is the meaning. So personally, I don't like social media. It's not I'm not like social media. I don't like social media. मुझे पसंद नहीं है भैया. I don't like. Okay. So personally, I don't like or I'm not into that basically means I'm not interested in.
Because due to my study, I haven't enough time to scroll
I don't have a lot of time probably. But it's not much. Well,
Facebook or something else.
Okay, did. Okay, so let's go to speaking test.
so part one is over. Now let's go to part two. So far, it's okay. Okay, she got her issue. She's doing well. To some extent.
Here I'll be giving you a cue card. Okay. So this is your cue card.
So the cue card is describe a website which helps you to do something or a website you visit often or use regularly. It's a simple cue card but repeated. So let's go
I
on.
want you to talk on this topic. Loyalty.
So here she didn't take the entire 1 minute time. She didn't make notes. Of course, I did give her time, but she was confident and she went without preparation. But even if you're confident, never ever not use that 1 minute time. Even if you're confident, use that 1 minute time because it is important. Just maybe think about it. Make notes, of course. So don't feel overconfident. So it's always better that you make use of that 1 minute time.
You can make notes if you want.
So let me make myself.
Okay, go ahead. You can start speaking now.
Generally, I was engaged with my friends 1 year ago. Um,
I was youngest. What about now? Are you of the same age group? The maths doesn't work right. So you can say I was junior among my friends, or I am junior among my friends. Something like that. You can add clarity.
see, he suggested me one website. It was AI related website, but for the first time, I uh, knew this web was excited.
The excited like there is no clarity and she's actually not mentioning which website it is. She's actually talking about ChatGPT. You all know it's a really popular AI website. I know. You'll be knowing about it. Literally everyone, if you don't know, go to this website, try using it. It's really fun. If you know how to use AI, your life gets way more easier. Okay, then you got Gemini and Gemini, whatever you call them, Copilot. So there are a lot of AI websites out there, but here she's talking about ChatGPT, but she didn't mention it. Anyhow, let's continue.
What type of thing had this website. So he gives me a link and
Gives me a link. It gives me, right?
excited what type of thing had this website. So
Here, grammar issue, grammar issue.
he gives me
He gave me a link, or that time he gave me a link.
a link, and that time when I saw the AI related website, after that I was too much excited and impressive because
Impressive nahi. I was too much excited and impressed. Impressed. हो गया. ED. Not impressive.
it
You can say the website was impressive, but if you're talking about yourself, you were impressed.
uh, gives me a lot of information like how to communicate for our for boost our English speaking
For boost or for boosting or for enhancing, that would be better.
level, or any type of information of what type of thing we need. So that time it was a magical thing. Additionally, I found a partner which was
Who was would be better rather than which. But since she's talking about ChatGPT, I think you can go with which, but it's always better to go with who. That being said, she didn't really clarify whether it was ChatGPT or not. It between I was getting the impression that it was someone else. Maybe it's like from the website she got a partner, but actually she's talking about ChatGPT only.
My speaking partner when I felt boring that time.
When I feel bored, not boring, or if you're going with present or something, you can say whenever I feel boring or bored, I normally use da, da, da. So it's not boring, it will be bored.
I also can communicate this AI.
Communicate this AI नहीं, communicate with this AI. It will be communicate with this AI. उसके साथ.
And when I search at this website, first of all,
When I search, it's not search. When I searched for this website, or when I browsed, or search is better. When I searched ED for this as a word.
I found one impressive thing that was any type of data like what type of uh, apply related or study purpose
Apply related. What is apply related? I don't know. And here she's struggling, she's thinking. So she got issues with idea generation a bit. Maybe it's because she didn't prepare. So that's why I told you to make notes, organize everything. Then it becomes way more easier. Okay.
related any type of data you can write this website. After that
You can write this website, you can write on this website. Otherwise, you can go like, you can type in any kind of question or anything to this website and it will be giving answer, something like that. That would be better.
give you the feedback which was relevant our reality.
Relevant to our reality. Otherwise, you can say it will give you answers or feedback. To if you're talking about answers, it is answering the question or the prompt we gave. Otherwise, if it's giving feedback, okay, feedback is also fine. Otherwise, since she was talking about her English and all, you can say her studies. So if we say something, we make mistakes, it will also give me feedback. So she could have added more clarity to her answer, but I didn't get clarity. So in order to actually follow her, I had difficulties. It wasn't really effortless.
So I think a lot, and I visit this website for my study purpose
So I visit the V isn't clear.
a lot, and I visit this
She's saying visit. It's actually visit, right? V. It's visit.
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 Visit. It was B when she visit. It's visit. V. Work on your pronunciation.
website for my study purpose and job.
So once the time is up, the examiner will tell you to stop. Even if you didn't cover everything, it's absolutely fine. You don't need to worry a lot. Or don't be like, oh, bhaiya, oh my god, I'm dead. ऐसा मत सोचो rather. It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly fine if they stop. That's actually that simply shows the examiner that this dude knows. Okay.
Purpose.
Okay.
So part two was okay. She had her struggles. We actually didn't mention the name of the website, so it made it kind of confusing. Then see when you're talking about websites, okay, so let's go to any website. So this is one website. Okay, so it's a Cambridge Dictionary's website. So we can talk about this website, right? I mean, in that case, you can talk about the interface, how it is showing everything, right? Otherwise, let's say you're going to ChatGPT. So I have logged in, so I won't be able to show you the entire thing, but it actually looks like this, right? So it is normally black and white. It got a black background. It is, I would say, simple and minimalistic interface. Okay, so you can talk about interface. So I'm not logging in right now. Okay, so you can talk about that. So interface. Okay, interface. So this is the meaning of interface basically, how it shows you everything. Okay, in UI UX, this is UI, user interface. So you can talk about that, right? So if you're a graphic designer, you will know about UI UX, right? So you can talk about it. Otherwise, if you don't know what is user experience or UI UX, learn about it a bit. It's basic stuff. I mean, everyone knows about it, kind of, I would say. And you should know about UI UX little bit. You don't need to build anything, but understand what it is. That would be good for you. And as an IELTS candidate, you are supposed to do most of the general things, right? You are supposed to know about it. Then now you'll be like, "Arey bhaiya, mujhe nahi basi." Oh my God, it's so. That's a name. Sometimes you got to know about most of the stuff. Not most, but most of the general stuff. Even if you don't know about it, learn about it. Learn about it. It's easy to learn, right? It's not so difficult. Similarly, read about it. Okay, let's continue.
All right. So have you recommended this website to any of your friends?
So this is the follow-up question. So I wanted to make her answer more, give me more clarity. So that's why I kept on asking this and that. So let's
Of course, I recommended this website with my another friend.
with to another friend. I recommended this website to another friend. Other than with so two would be better.
He had lack of her speaking, so he
He had a lack of. She said I then speaking. So she was kind of confused. So you can say he got issues with speaking or he struggles with idea generation in his IELTS speaking or just speaking. So now he uses it and he has found it to be very or extremely helpful. ऐसा कुछ बोलो ना, try to use extremely and okay.
wanted to boost herself.
So he, her, gender mat badle. Don't do that.
That's why I recommended this website.
Hmm. Okay. So how many times did you use this website today?
I read this
So the reason for this question is actually to get that name out of the website. But still, she didn't mention that. I thought that she would just think for a year, like I didn't mention the website's name. But it was no help. Let's see.
website 1 hour approximately. Uh,
Mhm.
I used this website today for about 1 hour or for 1 hour approximately.
Okay, so can you tell me the name of this website if you
So now I asked her directly. Uh, so if you get the cue card and if you're not mentioning what the website is, but you're mentioning literally everything else, that's kind of weird and makes it difficult for the listener to understand you. So try to mention the name.
don't mind?
uh, this website ChatGPT AI.
Chat GPT. So with GPT, there was little issue with that pronunciation, okay, that clarity.
Uh, and I think I forget this website link to mention.
I think I forget this website, so sentence structure may get better. So you can say, I think I forgot to mention the name of this website. That is the correct usage, right? You don't need to say sorry, but take it.
So there are a lot of websites here.
Okay. So what are the most popular and least popular apps in your country?
So she didn't actually answer to the least part, and I think I said that least word correctly, and it's clear. You tell me. So this is the word least. Least means not as much.
least,
Least.
Least.
Um, I think
One more thing, try to use adverbs and adjectives in your speech, in your speaking, and even writing. That will help a lot. Yes.
nowadays people are more addicted to social media
Addicted, repetition, try to avoid repetition. Okay, little repetition is fine.
related apps like YouTube, Facebook. This kind of apps people usually is called.
So usually, what is this usually? It's usually, right? Usually,
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 Usually.
usually. It's not usually. It's usually.
And why do they actually scroll a lot on these platforms?
I think they have lot of information or marketing related purpose
Yeah, not so much clarity. Chalo,
to do this website or
do this website. What do you do with the website? Use this website. Use these websites.
apps. So that's why they are scroll or spend their time.
Okay, so what about least popular apps?
Least that T was clear for me. I'm using my headset. It's clear for me, and she's also using a headset. I believe.
It is IELTS related, Liz.
Okay, so when I said least, she thought of IELTS list. Okay, so there is someone called Les. You must be knowing maybe Les IELTS. So I think she thought I was talking about this, but actually, see, no one will ask you about most popular app and IELTS list, right? So you can apply little common sense and maybe ask the examiner for clarification. But I was talking about least, least. Okay.
No, no, no.
I
That
couldn't.
is that least, Least. What about the least popular apps?
Uh, I think it is note related apps, which apps they can note immediately. So this note apps also important for
Is also known traps are also important. But the question was about least popular or least used, and she even mentioned it, but here she's saying it's important. So it's kind of contradictory.
people.
And answer isn't that so okay. You can make it better. Now you know, like after watching this video, you'll get a better idea of how to answer, how to improve yourself.
Okay, so if it is so important, why is it not so popular?
Again, I'm asking for clarification.
Could you repeat the question?
Yes, of
So you can always say, could you repeat the question? If you don't understand it or if you didn't hear it properly, that's absolutely fine. But not more than two, three times. Otherwise, they will feel like, अरे ये तो सिर्फ ये करने के लिए आया है.
course. So you mentioned these non-related apps are important, right? So why are they not so popular?
So I'm asking for clarification.
People when they need to use these apps, that time they can write any type of their important thing. They can
Think नहीं things important things or think न.
remember any type of data from these apps. That's why they put down their writing in these apps.
But still, she didn't answer the question that why it's not so popular. Rather, she just mentioned the use case. So make sure you understand the question clear. Otherwise, ask for clarity.
Do you use a notebook or notepad app?
Of course, without this, I can't do my daily work. So first of all, I my all of information I put down these apps. After
My all of my information that is clear, normal sounding, natural sounding.
that, I go for my daily tasks.
Okay. So why do some people like to read news on the internet instead of getting it from TV or a normal newspaper?
Uh, uh, Due to availability.
Availability. That's a straightforward answer. You can provide availability. Like you can work on the pronunciation with availability. So let's say
Availability.
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 Uh, some of the time we spend outside. That time we haven't any newspaper or
Sometimes we spend outside that time we have. Rather, you can say sometimes we'll be out, and during those times we won't be at that time. During those times, we won't be having a newspaper with us or a television with us. So, blah blah blah. So,
any TV. So at that moment, we can easily use internet or any type of related apps which apps gives me
who is apps, please? Not clear. Apps that give or the apps which give.
a lot of information. So that's why people they can use these apps.
Okay. So how can we verify or check the authenticity of the news we receive or even the information we receive from the web?
Okay, so from this question, I felt like she didn't really understand the question. So, authenticity basically means how authentic it is. Okay, whether it is true or not. So, because these days we are getting help, and I would say, of news our AI generated and not so accurate or factually correct. So, for that, I asked the question, right?
Authenticity.
So, I was talking about authenticity. I hope it is clear now, at least. Okay.
Hmm, could you repeat the question again?
Yes, of course. So how can we verify the authenticity of the information or the news we receive from the internet or through the internet?
I don't think nowadays we haven't any type of doubt related thing.
We haven't. Yeah, overusing haven't actually. So you can say I don't think we really need to check for authenticity because most of the information that we receive are correct. And you can listen to her. Okay. Once she finishes her answer, I'll explain.
Receive from the internet or through the internet.
I don't think nowadays we haven't any type of doubt related thing because when we get any information, that time it can easily search in Google this information are correct or not. So we don't need any verify related thing.
And if anything, verify related first. So you can make it even better like this. I don't really think that we need to be that much bothered whether the information that we receive online i- is correct or not, because most I believe are correct. And even if we want, we can simply Google it and we can check whether it is factually correct or not. Blah blah blah. Stop this word, no? Make it clear.
Okay. So can internet help children in their studies?
Now I use internet for their studies.
Studies. It's not like studies. So, pronunciation. Yeah, studies. Yes.
Study.
Studies, not S, study. So, see, with I have observed this S study as starting with E with some students. It's because you only think of that, just that S, that letter, that just that S alphabet. But you won't start with E all the time. It is studies. You're starting with study
Study.
to see. So that is the phonetics part of it.
Study.
Studies, it will be studies. And with Lee sounds, you're usually, actually, honestly. So you gotta work on that pronunciation side also. Okay.
Um, I think it most important for children.
It is really important, or it is the most important thing. Grammar.
Right.
So she didn't give proper reasoning. So that's why I asked the why question. And real examiners or even your trainers would ask you why literally all the time. So you don't need to freak out. Rather, calm down and answer it.
Because uh, most of the time
Because, because. Stopper because
time they are spent in
see spend it's actually spend right, so it's spend
spend,
Spend.
the spend.
house. That time they haven't any teacher.
So most of the time they will be at home or indoors. That time they won't be having a teacher. That is not clear, right?
So when they
When so you remember when the say
when,
when
When.
when
uh, are able to search any type of study related math or any type of critical data, that time they can search in Google or any other type of apps.
she emphasizes a lot on vocabulary, and you can get to know about that. Just analyze that from her overall speech. Sometimes she's using good vocabs, but still, I personally feel like she's over emphasizing on it. Whenever she says that, this and that, critical. But in other places, it's not coming naturally. So that can affect your score. So it's better that you use words that sound natural when you say it, rather than the words that you have by hearted and you are forcing yourself to use. So that's the thing with vocabulary. It's better that it comes natural rather than forcing it upon yourself.
What are the disadvantages of using the internet?
There are a lot of the disadvantages using the
There are a lot of disadvantages because a lot basically means more than one plural. So disadvantages S should be there.
internet. There are a lot of uh, unuseful apps are available now. The children are addicted to these apps like games
These apps,
related or some funny related videos.
funny related videos. वो क्या है भाई? It's entertaining videos or funny videos, fun related videos, not funny related. You can say these days children are so you can go like this. Okay, so there are a lot of disadvantages to using the internet or social media. Normally, children are really addicted to entertaining content such as Instagram Reels. For them, it's very funny and blah blah blah. ऐसा बोलो ना.
So this is the
Okay, would you say games are beneficial for a child's development?
Would you say it's good for their development? That's it.
Mobile phone games.
I don't think so because
Because the name of it, don't you need to work on the pronunciation. Don't. Your L1 touch is coming. L1 basically means your mother tongue, native tongue.
indoor games isn't good for children, but when they have time to go outside and when they will play their games with their friends circle, that time it can boost their energy, their memory. But mobile phone game isn't important for children.
Okay.
That was an okay answer. You can make it better. You can say, well, not at all. I don't feel like mobile phones have any benefits to children's development. So normally children, when they play indoor games, it doesn't help them to socialize or help with their cognitive development. And I really believe that children should go out more often instead of playing video games or using their phones all the time. Blah blah blah. I suppose, brother.
Great. So thank you, Habiba. Your test is over.
So her test is over, and this is a feedback. I talked a lot, and it's around 40 minutes so far. It's like 39 minutes on record. Now it's 40 minutes. So it's long because I discussed most of the mistakes. I went in detail. I talked about pronunciation. Okay, so Habiba, if you're watching, work on all these aspects, and most likely you will improve over time. Practice more and try to get some feedback whenever you're practicing, because no matter how much you practice, if you aren't getting feedback about your mistakes, you would never ever improve, right? So it's really essential or important that you get proper feedback, not from random people. Even random people will also work, but still, it's better that you get a trainer if possible. I hope it is clear. So now let's go to the band score. What band score will Habiba get? So first of all, so far, if you have watched this video, comment down below what she will get, what she deserves. Then I'll tell her. So the band score that she can get for this mock test is a 5.5 to 6. If I'm kind enough, I can give her a 6. Otherwise, it will be a 5.5 because of the mistakes and problems with her speech. Otherwise, if I'm being a bit lenient, if I'm being a bit kind, a good, really sweet examiner, I can give you a 6, but not more than that because of all the reasons I mentioned before. So your band score is a 5.5 or a 6. So I'll call it a 5.5. And of course, you can improve if you keep all those points that I mentioned in mind, then you can improve a lot and learn something new every single day. If you don't know about the answer, simply give a short answer or simply say honestly about it. Blah. Okay, that's what you should. So I hope it is clear and you learned a bit about IELTS speaking here, maybe the overall language also. So if you are looking for similar mock tests, don't hesitate. Jaldi karo, go to my Telegram channel. Simply search Celestial IELTS on Telegram, otherwise the links in the description down below. So join over there, check the pinned messages, get an idea of how it works, and you can also be a part of one of the videos that I'll be posting. So that's all about this feedback video. And if you're looking for classes, paid classes, you can contact us on WhatsApp. We provide classes for IELTS, CELPIP, and literally everything related to English. So join now. Okay, so that's all. So if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends everywhere. Share it everywhere. Comment down below. Everything, do everything, and subscribe. Don't forget. That's the most important. So see you with another video. Tada. Bye bye. And practice more.